Hello, mi gente. It's been a couple of days since we haven't spoken, but I'm back. Um, I'm a little bit sick, so I am sorry about my horsey voice. Got sick right after Thanksgiving, which I had an amazing one, let me tell you. For the first time ever, we had Thanksgiving in my home. We usually do it in one of my sister's houses, but this time they volunteered my home, like I mentioned to you last time, and it was an amazing time to spend with my sisters and my parents and their kids. So it was a beautiful evening and a lot of food. But so I hope you guys had an amazing one too. Um, Today at church, I heard a very beautiful message, and I think it's one of those messages that a lot of us kind of don't even we kind of like want to dodge it because we don't like the subject. It's a subject of forgiveness. Yep, forgiveness, people. But it was a beautiful message. One of the biggest misconceptions about forgiveness is that when we forgive someone for what they have done in our life or to us, that we are just giving them the red light, their green light, excuse me, to do it all over again. I forgive you. So do it again. For some reason, we think that, and correct me if I'm wrong, and it's fine because I know different people think differently, but a lot of the times when we don't want to forgive for that very reason because we say, if I forgive him, he's just going to do it again. If I forgive her, she's going to just say the same thing again about me behind my back or whatever the case may be. But forgiveness has nothing to do with that other person. Has nothing to do with that person that you're forgiving. I've heard this before, but I think for some reason, for some reason, when I heard it today, it kind of sunk into my heart a little bit differently. But this is one of the things that I've learned, and it was confirmed through the message of my pastor, which I think I've mentioned before. He's awesome. um, when we forgive, there is in no way, in no capacity, in relations to that person. The reason why we forgive. I'm sorry, guys. The reason why we forgive is to release that person in order for us to move on. Okay. I know it sounds kind of weird because it kind of sounds like like I'm saying the same thing. We're forgiving for them to do it again. And if they don't do it to us, they're going to do it to somebody else. So, no, I'm going to hold a grudge. So every time you see me, you remember what you did to me. But no, when we forgive, we're releasing that person for our own sake. We're not doing it for them at all. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do. I know personally it's taken me a lot of time to forgive certain people in my life, but as my relationship with Christ grew, I understood that that was what was keeping that wedge between me and my relationship with Christ was my unforgiveness towards other people. When you release that person from what you're holding in your heart, that grudge, hatred, whatever it is, emotion that you have towards this person, you're giving God an opportunity to move in. And the amazing thing about this, we always say, because I say it, I will forgive you, but I'm surely never going to forget what you did to me. But this is the amazing thing. When we forgive and God has the opportunity to move in, He starts to take all of these things and starts putting them in the far back of your mind. Because guess what? Now all of a sudden, this is not a burden in your life. All of a sudden, this is not something that you have that every time you see this person, oh, I remember. It all of a sudden becomes your message. It all of a sudden becomes part of who you are. It becomes your testimony. So take the opportunity before the New Year's. okay? Before 2017 start. Take the opportunity, take a moment, and finding yourself the strength to forgive. Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. But forgive, and God is going to take care of the forgetting part. Like that, when you start 2017, it's a clean slate. And those things from your past, if in any way these things from your past come into your future, it's because those things that you're going to be using in your future are going to be using for a message, for a testimony, for the glory of God. Okay? So take an opportunity, take a moment, and just release those people, because in reality, if they have hurt you, they are not deserving of having you live with that in your heart. They're not deserving of that. But let God be the judge of how hard He will be with them. Don't take it upon yourself to hold it over their head forever and ever. Don't take it upon yourself to take justice into your own hands. Forgive people the same way we were forgiven for our sins. And when we were forgiven, when God sent His only Son to die for us, as a man of the house, when God sent His only Son to die for us, He didn't do it because we were deserving of it. He did it because He's just a generous God. He's a graceful God. He's a God that has unconditional love. So take the opportunity to do so. And if you ever have a doubt of why you should even do it, just remember God forgave us by sending His only Son to die for us. I wish you guys a beautiful week. If anyone is sick as I am, I hope you get better very, very soon. And I speak to you next time, mi gente. Be blessed, be safe, and try to stay out of that cold weather. Let me tell you something. I'm very excited because finally in Texas we're having a fall weather, New York weather. It doesn't get as cold as in New York, but I'm not going to New York anytime soon, so that's the closest I'll get. But anyway, no matter where I'm at, I will always talk to you guys. No matter where I'm at, I'm always waiting for God to speak to my heart so I could speak to someone out there. So for now, mi gente, I speak to you later. Later, 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 later. I'm so sick, I'm talking backwards, people, and tongue twisting all over the place. But for now, guys, ciao.